Hello and welcome to Furryearsworld, where we are back in Stoneblock 3 land, and I was not sure whether the thing had started recording then. It just didn't start with confidence. Last time we were here, we were building our power solution, or kind of building our power solution. I'm not convinced if this is entirely our power solution. It's a lot. What we've done here is a lot. There's also a kind of hole in the floor now because I wanted to see where we were in relation to the room. Because I'd like this whole floor here to be glass. I feel that would be good. That'd be cool. Being able to see all this from downstairs would be nice. We are building up power here at a reasonably high rate. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, we got a full bank of all 8 going here. Presumably that's spreading nicely around the place. So these are going to absolutely chock up with power. Look at it going. Look at it going. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. And then they'll start, throttling themselves when they start getting this full and limits get reached and stuff. It should be good, but they'll never all turn off. But that's okay because the chickens will do their work. They will do chicken work here. They're still losing all their eggs. First place to backlog eggs is going to be over here, but it ain't going to be anytime soon. So what I'd like to do is get a glass floor in here. We've left these stairs in. We'll probably have to convert those to glass as well. But we also need to get some machines on the go so that we can do stuff without having to do too much complicated nonsense. That is critical. And then what is also critical is we need to take something from this, and it's going to be a bulky feed like this. We need to take that over there somewhere, away from this room, along with some power, and automate some manufacturing processes. Because if we build it above this, we're going to be in lag city. Actually, we might not be down this end, because the create stuff's not too laggy. So if we draw it down this way, it might not be too bad. But we don't want to put too many eggs in one basket. And if we start layering vertically, we're going to do that, because we already have down here this side of things. And theoretically, it shouldn't be too laggy because it's create. But you never know. You never know. I don't know whether we actually automated any of this. We have got some stuff going on here. So I'm guessing it will automate. I don't know definitively. I can't remember what we did. We certainly are still controlling the silicon process side of things. That's not a direct feed. That's very much a hand-fed thing. There should be 188 printed silicon, so that's good. We've got loads of redstone, that's good. We probably need more obsidian because some of this additional stuff is going to need nerfing at some point. Nothing is yet. But some of these smaller ones at this end still need to be nerfed. Everything else kind of nerfed. Which is good because it's all backlogging like a billio at the moment. That's fine. How are you doing? You are nerfed. Okay, cool. So we need to think about machines that we are going to use. And they're going to be the thermal... Maybe not. Maybe with a H in. Maybe with a H in it'll work. These machines. Furnace, the sawmill, the pulverizer, the induction smelter, the photogenic isolator, the centrifugal separator. The key ones we want to get initially are the induction smelter, I believe, the furnace, and the pulverizer. But eventually we need all of these. Some of these we won't need automating. We will need automating probably the induction smelter and probably the furnace, because we need to get this lot, all of the ores we've got here, being cooked off and ceasing to be in these drawers. We may even stop them going into these drawers. That's something we might do. I don't know, because that would be a level of complexity I'm not entirely comfortable with yet. But we do need to be able to request stuff and get stuff. Say, I just want to say, I want 64 copper. or something like that. And we want to be able to do it easier than we currently can. The first step, I think, is some local machines, because we need to get materials into here. That's where it needs to be. We also need to automate the construction of 4K storage cells, because that's going to break us if we're not making those automatically, because we need to fill that with 4Ks, basically. So we should probably think about doing that first. Have we got any? We have got patterns. If I go at applied, then we could go 1K ME storage component, which looks pretty straightforward. We want that to be pulling those, and that is a crafting pattern. It is a crafting pattern, isn't it? And that makes the 1K storage components. So we bag that up. Then we look at the 4K storage patterns. Quartz glass is going to be... I don't know whether we automated quartz glass. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. That looks pretty good. Grab that down. So that's 1K storage, 4K storage. And then to convert that, we need to make... 1K item storage. We want to go 4K item storage, which is the empty item cell housing. Is that it? We need that and that, because that's going to be a nuisance, because that's a create recipe. There's no easy way to make that. But I think that's what we're after. We can just go like that. That would work. Encode that. There we go. And then fused quartz. We've got quartz glass in there. And it is a craftable recipe, so hopefully that will all work. It's adding a lot to this, which I'm not hugely thrilled about, but then we don't necessarily need the engines in here now. So that should enable us to make, if I click on here again, we should have an option in there now to make a 4K storage. Can you make me 2 of those? Start. This should now kick off and do stuff. It is. And that should be done. Yep, 2 of them. Perfect. So that works. And they can now be dumped up here. Did we only pull one out? Apparently we only pulled one out. They don't stack outside of the ME system, which is great. They stack in the ME system, which is, you know, that's a thing. Right, so that should tide us over. And we've got those in there now. We can crack those open whenever we need to. We do need to expand this whole construction mess nonsense going on here. It's nice to have it here where we can watch it, but we do need to just make it much, much better than it currently is. Let's grab some glass. Let us grab a little bit of glass, which we should have in the blocks chest. We don't have a lot in the blocks chest. Right. Okay. Do we have any more cooking off? We don't. Let's grab some more sand. We've got some over here. We've got some handy dandy sandy over here. There we go. A couple of stacks. Get that cooking off. We could go with Tinker's Glass. Tinker's Glass is frameless. It is a frameless glass, Tinker's Glass, which would look cool, but would be a little bit disturbing at the same time. So we don't necessarily want to go with Tinker's Glass. Now, what would be nice to see, and it's what I want to try and get to now, is where our ME system is sitting relative to this room up here. So let's see if we can ascertain that. Okay, so it's back that way a bit. That's fine. There's a lot of egg laying going on up here. It's very poppy. So that one is now pretty much full. That one is heading towards pretty much full. The system up here is working, and I think we can all, you know, get behind that. So we're going to go through this wall a bit. And hopefully that will take us to where we need to be. There's our room down there. There's our ME system. Perfect. That's what we wanted to see. Okay, we've run out of glass. That's a little bit awkward, but not unexpected. Could do with just that. Maybe something there. Yeah, it's all good. We don't want monsters in this room. We do not want monsters in this room. But we do want to be able to see into this room, and that's, I think, we're going in the right direction for that. The hammer, I've decided, is just a bust. It's just a bust. It was a good idea, delivered very badly by Furryearsworld. There's a lot of that going on these days. I was playing Imperial Galactic Survival. Someone turned up and said, "Love your CV, looks really good." It's like, yeah, it's not. Thank you anyway. Thank you for saying that. It's good of you to say that, but it's not. It's not. No. Let's not give me delusions of grandeur here. It's a terrible ship. And that happens. That does happen. Right, we're gonna just light this up. It's not the final layer, but we're out of glass right now. So we could go, like I say, Tinker's Glass, which is frameless, join textures and that sort of nonsense. But we're not right now. We do need to empty our inventory of all the cobblestone we just picked up, and we need to make, conceivably, a machine room. The first thing I think I want to make, because it's going to make life easier, is the thermal, is the induction smelter, this bad boy, and that's Invar, and a blast furnace. Blast furnace shouldn't be too much of a problem. Just need some smooth stone. Yeah, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now, there are differing degrees of machine frame, I think. I can't really remember how this new version of the mod works. But this machine gets us better supply of Invar. And if Invar is our requirement, then that's what we should be doing. So we're going to see our power station up there. That's just going to be hanging there, doing what it's doing up there. You know, the frameless glass might not be a bad shout. I'm a little about that one. Let's grab some sand. Let's see if we can make some frameless glass. If we can make frameless glass, it's the way forward. You can have sand, sand, and sand. Sand, 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 and sand. That might have been Cock Up City right there. Just saying. Just saying, might have been Cock Up City. It is melting it. What is that? Molten glass. There we go. Molten glass. 4 blocks, 5 blocks. Good, 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 good. Pour that glass. Pour that glass, baby. We're going to need to tap this, aren't we? We need this to be auto-pouring. I mean, it's plans for the future, but I'm pretty sure that's frameless glass. We'll check. We'll take 2 pieces of it and we'll go and check whether that's frame. In fact, we can check here, can't we? I remember Tinker's glass being frameless. So if we slap that down and that down, yeah, it goes frameless. And I believe it doesn't shatter when you get it back. So that's good. That's good. We'll put that in the Tinker box now. We need to automate the draining of that, because that's gonna break us completely if we don't automate the draining of that. Right, excellent, 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 excellent. Let's make this machine the induction smelter. We need Invar, a machine frame, which is tin and iron. We have got some tin. Excellent, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've still got iron over here, which is good. Have we got any Invar over here? I'm pretty sure we made some, but I don't know what we did with it. Yes, we have. We've probably got enough to do what we need to do here. That could be absolutely legendary. We want that. We got no iron nug-nugs. Do we got no iron nug? Oh, we got 5 iron nug-nugs. That's fine. Do we want 2 more of them? That one. And we want machine frame, tin gear, Bosch. That's the tin gear we need. We need some glass, which we obviously are cooking off down here. And then we go induction smelter. It's definitely an access machine, this one. This one gets you going in the right direction. That's never going to work because we need gold. There will be some. Got tons of redstone. It's nice to have redstone in your inventory. It feels like you're winning at life when you've got a little bit of redstone in your inventory. Not a lot. You don't need acres of the stuff, but you do need a little bit of redstone in your inventory. I've got probably too much redstone in my inventory. We need some smooth stone, and there should be smooth stone in here. That's grout. 1, 2, 3. I think is all we need. Oh, it's just coming together. Machines you've only ever dreamed of making are about to be made. Because before this, we had no means to power them. There was no point in making these machines, because you had no means whatsoever to power them. But now you do. So, sand. Can I just sweep 2 sand out of you? And then make the induction smelter. That is a good machine to get. We can now take a stack of something and a stack of something else and make a machine that will do a job of work for us. Where it's going to live, I don't know. We've got 2 power cells up there. We're going to have it over here, I think. This whole lava project over here can go, I believe. This was serving a purpose, making obsidian for us. We don't need it doing that anymore. I'm saying with confidence we don't need it doing that anymore. I'm probably wrong. We've already broken it in part there where we did that, so it just makes sense to get rid of the damn thing. We're gonna have it sitting forward one like that, and we're probably gonna have the pulverizer next to it, and we'll bring the power down here somewhere. Good, that's our room upstairs. Let's go see if we've got enough power cables to run that. We do need to eat as well. Yeah, I shouldn't have made a Man of Steel hammer. I should not have made a Man of Steel hammer. That was foolishness. That was brash, arrogant foolishness. Right, we've got an advanced universal cable. That will do. There's 48 of these bad boys. That should be more than enough to get the power down to where we need it. These are elites. These are advanced. So this is going to be honking much more power down to this machine. The glass is going to be 1 block down. So that's where... And then we can decide where we're running the power. We don't want to go near anything that could be contentious. No, because glass is going to be on this level, isn't it? So it's got to be up here. That's fine. And then we bring it along like this. We don't want to go too near these machines. Bring that down. I think the direct route is probably going to be the best route. And then we can take all that out and glass will be the one. Yes. And these are the best cables we can have in the game, I think. No, they're not. But they're the best cables we currently have in the game, I think. Is probably what I should have said. And then that should just get seething amounts of power. And then we put stuff in here, and it just does work. Powered up to Bilbo. I'm a little bit concerned about... It will process ores. It says it will. I'm going to grab a stack of copper. Stick that in there and see whether that will actually process out ores. It's trying to. Let's have a look at Invar. Invar and Electrum. Once you've sort of like got a pathway into those easily, then it's a good place to be. That's the one. Induction smelter recipes. So we put iron and nickel in there. But they need to be in ingot form. We can't just put the dusts in there. We're getting weird byproducts from this. I'm not sad about that, but at the same time I'm not happy about that. Weird byproducts is not what I'm after. But that does do that job. What we additionally want, bring some stuff along here like this. Then we can have a bank of machines over here doing shiny things and stuff, powered from upstairs, which is just amazing. And then we can use the other power feed to take into our auto processing room. Let's knock up a furnace, because a furnace will get us a lot further, a lot quicker than using these jobbies over here. So let's have a look at the furnace. We want at thermal. This is where we need to be. The redstone furnace. So it's bricks, copper gears. We need the tin gear again. We've still got the tin in our inventory. We are going to run low on these nug-nugs. But that's okay because we can make more nug-nugs like that. Do we have the tin on us still? We do not. Did we only take the right amount of tin? Looks like we only took the right amount of tin. That's brave. Brave choice. Brave choice. I think it's copper gears we wanted. So, we want to look at a tin gear. Bosh, 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 bosh. One tin gear. And 2 copper gears. Bosh, bosh. And bosh, bosh. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Bosh, bosh, bosh. 2 copper gears. I think that's what it was after. It was what it was after. We need a gold ingot. It's nice. I gotta be honest with you. It's nice making some thermal expansion machines. It kind of feels like home. Bricks. Can we get 8 of them? Yes. We prepared well. We have got pretty much all the resources we need to do all the stuff we need to do. Right, there's our redstone furnace. I'm wondering if we raise this up. We raise it up because it's too damn low now. Because we could, these will auto output. These machines will auto output. Where is that? The Crescent hammer, which should not work on those. Excellent, excellent news. We're going with the diamond pickaxe. Excellent news. That's just what you wanted to see, isn't it? There's some weird textures going with the breaking of those. I'm not going to complain. It's not my place to complain. I'm simply in charge here, so it is actually my place to complain, but I'm not going to do it. That's gone longer than it did before because it's, yeah, it should have gone one longer. Okay, so if we put this fella in here like that, that will power up, which is what you want it to do. Then we can set its configuration to have input on the top and auto input is enabled, auto output is disabled, and we'll have an output on the bottom. So that's an input, that's an output. So we can put a hopper or a chest above that and a chest below that, and that will just dump everything that it cooks into the chest below it. We can slap a chest down there now, probably from here. We should have the wood on us to do that. Get rid of that lot and grab me some wood. Should we double chest it and see if it will actually pull from a chest? We've got 11 chests on us. I might have made a mistake there. And then again, I might not have done. It might be what I intended to do. Okay, and that. So in theory, if we put, let me go for, give me an empty hand here. A stack of gold. A stack of gold? Stack of gold. In this chest. It goes instantly into there, starts getting processed, comes out down there, which we can't actually open. So that's good. That's perfect. Having the stuff in a chest that we can't open is simply perfect. So what I think we should do there is break that chest a little bit to the out position, and that will drop the gold that it's already done. Throw that in there instead, put that gold back in it, and go and get a hopper. We've got enough chests for a hopper, and then we can just redirect the stuff that goes downwards, forwards into the chest, and that would. Let's go with that was what we should have done in the first place, and it will be better that way. And we always strive for better, more successful, more effective. So that needs to go there. That will now be dumping all of that gold into there. In fact, that will dump anything we ask this to cook. And we can augment the nuts out of this to make it go faster, 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 faster. Which we probably will do. It's never going to run short of power. That's a thing that's not going to happen. That one did run out of power, but that's because we're an idiot. That can have all of that spare copper. It can't do anything with it right now, but that's okay. Where's my crescent hammer? There it is. Bosh, get that out. We want another chest. No, 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 no. Maybe we do want that. Maybe we do want that. That might be a little bit radical and weird, but I might not hate it, you know? So the output on that is going to be on the bottom. And we're not going to have inputs. We can have 3 separate inputs, but we're going to manually feed this bad boy for now. We need iron ingots and we need ferrous, which I think is you. Are you ferrous? You are raw nickel. Okay. Let me grab a bit of raw nickel, because we want to push the invar as far as we can. Nickel, 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 nickel. Got any silver? There should be silver over here. I don't know which one it is. I would love it if this was labelled in some way. Raw lead. Are you silver? Raw silver, yes. Let's get some more of that going then. And some more gold. They can all go into that. And then over time, that will all get processed out. And then down here you can have the copper. And then we can put the silver and the gold in that one and make the Invar. And that will be a big win. And we'll start getting Invar mass produced. We can start getting Electrum mass produced. All going in the right direction, I think you'll find. I think you'll find that. We are all going in the right direction. So that's just going to sit there and chew through that lot at a faster rate than it does over the other side. But we can augment that. We will do that next episode. But for now, from Furryearsworld, I just got a stick I do not want. Goodbye, stick. Get out of my life. In fact, I got 2. I've got 3 sticks I didn't want. Fair enough. Bye-bye, sticks. For now, from Furryearsworld, we're going to go with a cheery old ta-ta.